Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. You're listening to the I Am Real Estate Show with Ray Smith, Sandra Johnson, and Danielle Johnson. On our show today, we thought we'd talk about a staple in the Tucson community, an iconic place in this region. We're talking about Old Tucson. And with us today, we have two great gentlemen. One of them is Tom Moulton, who is the Southern Arizona Attraction Alliance Executive Director. And also with us, we have John Buziski, who is the Entertainment Manager. Okay.
Yeah.
He's Entertainment Manager for Old Tucson. How you guys doing today?
Great. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Let's get started talking about some of the things. First, let everybody know that Old Tucson is open.
Yes, we are open, and not only are we open for the general public, but we're open for filming at Old Tucson, which is really exciting. With the rich history of film at the park, it's exciting that the movies are back at the studio.
Yeah.
Well, some people may be wondering, they're listening to the I Am Real Estate Show and why we have Old Tucson Studios here. And really, a couple of things. One is that we do like to focus on things in the community, because without a healthy community and without a vibrant community, we don't have a good real estate industry. So we so appreciate things like Old Tucson Studios that are just vital to, and really who Tucson is. I think that when you mention Tucson, if people are coming from out of town, there are just a few things that hit that short list of things that really are so unique to Tucson, and this is one of them. And the other thing is that I'm an auction junkie. Some of you may have heard that in the past. And I'm carrying my bag that I bought from an auction event, but also I bought an experience. And honestly, I did not know what a great experience it was going to be. But maybe, Tom, you could talk a little bit about, we were at the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and this is something that you guys partnered with to bring forward to support Make-A-Wish. So why don't you kind of catch us up to speed on how that happened?
Be glad to. So the Southern Arizona Attractions Alliance wanted to make sure through all of its resources to let the general public know Old Tucson has reopened.
Yeah.
It was sad day during COVID when Old Tucson had to close its doors, and they found a wonderful operator in Colorado, passionate about heritage. And there was a huge outcry, of course, to maintain Old Tucson's Western heritage and its legacy back from 1939 from the movie Arizona. So we felt that Make-A-Wish, who held a fundraiser, wanted to have a supercharged back of the house experience, and of course without bias. Right.
None at all.
Just in full disclosure, I was the former GM of Old Tucson after the fire of 1995, and then I had the pleasure of being their landlord for Pima County for 17 years after that. So needless to say, it goes beyond just blood, sweat, and tears. Passion is probably the right way.
Yeah.
But I know that the folks over there were working really hard to reestablish traditional as well as new Western experiences from the 1880s. And what better way than to feature it as one of the behind-the-scenes auction items for a Make-A-Wish Southern Arizona fundraiser. Mm-hmm. And lots of folks turned out that support Make-A-Wish. We got to know the owner and her story of how she helped her child during some very difficult times. And Old Tucson was contacted, the general manager, and John and Kiki and I met, and they enthusiastically said yes. And so we went and put together a day-long really experiences that 90% of them you can do if you're general public, but there was a couple of special things that took place that we felt was very appropriate to see behind the scenes. How does the magic happen at Old Tucson? And of course John is a big part of the magic, and the entertainers are professional, friendly, and boy they They didn't. They came out of their shells, didn't they, for you guys?
They brought
They
it.
were amazing. It was really amazing.
So, Sandra, with all of her, I watched the auction throughout the
did
next
you?
2 hours. And,
Wow.
it's all crosses out, and then more people, and I said, this is great. And, of course, I knew you, Ray,
Right.
but I kind of, sort of, but really, I mean, hell,
He's a hard act to follow.
I didn't even know if you were married at the time, really, and you have
He
the same
takes up
last
the
name.
whole room when he walks in. So I'm usually kind of the quiet one, and it's so funny because we were at an event last night, and someone had seen the radio show, and they said, "Oh, Raymond talks," and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "You've only seen him in the real estate environment. Get him out of the real estate environment," and he doesn't let me talk. So.
We do a lot of
Yeah.
stuff with the Arizona Bowl and all the, charity and fundraisers here in town. And Ray is a great mentor and a great
thank you,
leader
Tom.
for us. But I have to say that John over here in the studio is the one who made it happen, along with the total support of the ownership out there. And because we know the cause is so important. And while it wasn't actually someone that was, had made a wish, it was to provide the opportunities for more wishes to be made
Right.
and fulfilled. So we had a kind of a second alternative here, was that some of the folks are probably now going to choose Old Tucson and be
Yes.
part of the Old West as their experiences.
So I want to jump in here because part of this experience was that you were creating a documentary. And so not only did we have a full day of events, but we also will have a documentary that will stay with our family and be memories for our not only children but grandchildren who participated that day. And before we go to break, I would like Danielle to kind of talk a little bit about what it was like to have her 4- and 6-year-old at the event.
So in case you didn't hear what she just said, we are all movie stars now. And we starred in a documentary, and my kids are now movie stars, and they are very excited about that. And, I had questions about how my 4- and 6-year-old were going to do on a full day of filming. And during the retakes, there was a little bit of trouble from one of them, but they had so much fun that they were engaged. They were so excited about it. They participated in the shows.
Yes.
And I'm just going to say, I hope that this is the only time my children shoot someone off a roof, because it did happen at Old Tucson Studios. They absolutely loved it, but it was just incredible. And, they're never going to be able to experience things like that again. This was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and it was so much fun. They were absolutely thrilled at everything they saw.
Guys, we're here with Tom Moulton, Southern Arizona Attraction Alliance Executive Director, and also with John Musiski, who's the Entertainment Director for Old Tucson. You're listening to the I Am Real Estate Show here on 1030 The Voice. I'll make sure I got that right again. We're heading to the break. We want to make sure we got some more information to talk about the Old Tucson. It's a great place. We're going to let John talk a little bit, because I think he's over there just been chilling out. So we got a lot more time to hear you talk.
Lots to tell you.
Yeah, we want to hear it all, man. We're so happy about what's going on with Old Tucson and the fact that you and Tom are making a great, great partnership for the city, for our community. So we'll be back on the other side, guys. Talk to you soon.